Hello, children. I'm sorry I'm not here today, but I will be back on Monday. I won't see you until Tuesday. If you are in my fourth block, hopefully, and you brought your performance assessment today, remember you can just put it on the back counter and leave it there, and so that it's in the classroom. If you forgot to bring it yesterday or the day before, you need to make sure you bring that with you on Monday. Like I said before, you will not be prepared for class, and you will be unsuccessful in class on Monday if you do not have your performance assessment. Today, I'll do an on this day for you. I'm going to show you how I want you to turn in your timeline challenge. And then you will work on a geography challenge about ancient India. We're moving today. We're moving around the world. So it's very exciting. We're starting a new unit. Okay, so on this day in history, the Donner Party is rescued in 1847. If you've been to Truckee, you have heard of Donner Lake, named after the Donner Party. I don't know how they teach fourth grade history anymore, but I learned about the Donner Party when I was in fourth grade and we studied California history. So let's talk about them. The Donner Party was a group of California-bound immigrants stranded by the snow in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Okay. The summer of 1846, they left Springfield, Illinois, and they had 89 members. And when they arrived at Fort Bridger, Wyoming, remember they're traveling like in covered wagons. It's not the most comfortable way to travel. But when they arrived at Fort Bridger, Wyoming, the immigrants decided to avoid the usual route, which probably wasn't a good idea. And they ended up trying a new route blazed by this guy called Lansford Hastings. They thought the cutoff was they thought it was going to be a shortcut. So the cutoff was not shorter, and it set them back 3 weeks. Which, if you know anything about the wintertime, throughout places that get snow, like things can change in a heartbeat, right? So 3 weeks is a really long time. So what ends up happening is they reach the Sierra Nevadas in late October instead of the beginning of October to make it through before the snow was there. So overnight, a storm was brought snow and trapped them in the Sierra Nevadas. What did they do? So they decided, look, let's send 15 of our strongest members and have them head for Sutter's Fort, which is right by here. And so they did that on December 16th of 1846. Only 7 of them reached the Native American village. So they lost half of the people who had set out for Sutter's Fort. And then news eventually reached Sutter's Fort of the people who were stuck on January 31st of 1847. And then they ended up rescuing the remaining members of the party. Of the 89 members that left originally in Illinois, 45 reached California. So again, only about half. It was a really sad journey for these people, and they were willing to journey and come west, but it was very taxing for them. So let's look here. This is the monument that represents this represents how high the snow was that year. So the snow went up to the top here. And then this is just a picture of what Truckee can look like how high the snow can get. And then these are 2 members of the Donner Party. I think they're the patriarch and matriarch of the Donners. I don't remember the first names though. When I was in 4th grade, we had to pretend like we were a part of the Donner Party. So I was Leanna Donner, the daughter, and I had to write a diary as if I was a part of the Donner Party. It was a good time. Okay, so turning in your timeline tiles. Don't be moving around getting them out yet. You can do that after this video is done playing. Let's say this is your timeline challenge. This is your tile. Remember, your tile is supposed to be in half so that it can hang on the wall. What I want you to do is set it on your piece of paper like this. And then when you turn it into the basket, you have to gently turn it in, because if you don't gently turn it in, this flies off. So Remember to have your name on stuff, but that's a good way for me to keep your stuff together so I know whose is whose. Geography challenge. It gives you all the directions that you need. It tells you what page you need to be on. And you have the rest of the class period to work on that. If you finish, you need to read your AR book, and you won't have any homework. The homework will be finishing that. We'll talk more about the geography of that and the physical geography of that region when we come back to class on Tuesday. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Tuesday.